Okay, this would be lesson 9. This is the word part power lesson. Before I begin, the kids will understand this, but let me briefly explain to you. We have different kinds of powers in the class, and there's a lot of different kinds that we use, but we use them all for their reading, writing. A lot of times phonics is tied in. This is actually a phonics lesson that is kind of also a reading lesson. They tie in together. But we have different powers. So some of those powers, for example, are um, pointer power is one of the first ones they learn, that you point to each word as you read, and you're using your pointer power. We even have little plastic fingers that look like funny or monster fingers, and they use those to help them point. Um, so things like that. And this one is going to be the word part power. Um, so to move along here. All right, so class, we are going to be working on our new power today. Does anybody remember what it's called? And somebody will say, word part power. No, that's right. Now, word part power is a new power because did you know that sometimes when you're reading a word, if you don't know the word, you might know a part of the word. And the part that you know will help you know the word. And actually, they're magic parts because these parts work for all kinds of words. So let me show you. Now, normally, we would actually use magnet letters, but I just found out right before filming that my board is actually not magnetic. So I have magnet letters, but the one here at home, this doesn't stick to. So I'm going to be using this, but normally in the lesson, I would pull out the magnetic letters. That way we can move them tactically. I could have people come up and move them. So forgive the fact that I'm just using a marker for this video version of the lesson. So I would say, now we've also been working on our vowels, haven't we? Um, what was the last vowel we learned? And we'll say that the last one they learned was the letter I. So I would say, okay, do we see that letter written there? Yeah, that's the letter I, isn't it? And you all know that word, don't you? Or that letter. It's also a word, isn't it? But it would need to be a capital. Let's do this. And I would put the magnet letters there, I'd cover it with my hand, and then I'd say, here we go, and I'd show it. And I'd say, huh, what letter is that? That's the letter G. Yeah, so what sound does the G make? G, G, yeah, so that makes that G, G sound, the back of the throat, doesn't it? G, G. So I and G together, what sound do those make? Ig. Yeah, makes the ig sound. Is ig a word? And we kind of laugh about that. You can't. What does ig mean? Oh, I want to have ig for dinner. It doesn't sound very good, does it? No. But maybe we could come up with a word that has ig in it. And at this point, I would actually pull out a few different letters to kind of help them along. Like I'd show them maybe a D and a P, maybe an R or something like that, G. Just the things that work with ig so that they can maybe point some out. And I'll throw some in there that don't work as well, like an X or a Y or something like that. And I would ask for volunteers. I'd have them come up. I'm sorry to kind of move this lesson along more in a conversational way, but I want to make sure that you get the idea. So, so let's say there's a P on the board, and they say P, and I can say, yeah, so what letter is that? Or what word does that become? And then we point to it, P, ig, pig. And then because I have the magnet letters, I would just move the P and immediately replace it with a new letter, showing that it's interchangeable. So maybe a B. Oh, I would do it neater if I had the letters too. But, oh, what word is that? B-ig. B-ig. Big. Yeah, so you already knew IG make the ig sound. So once you saw the B, you actually already knew that word, huh? Because big is the same as dig, just a different letter. And then I would use more examples. So we'd go over IG, but what are some other good ones here? We've been working on other vowels, so maybe A, N, and again, the magnet letters, I'd pull them out. Maybe we do things like pan, And it looks like I'm out of time. Let me stop that timer. Perfect. So yeah, that's the idea. And again, I apologize that my magnet letters didn't stick. I thought my board was magnetic, but in class we'd use magnetic letters, and we actually have individual boards in class that are also magnetic. So after this, it might be fun to kind of have them do it on their own, or get whiteboards, and we can do it as a class back and forth, depending on the resources we have. But yeah, that's the word part power phonics / kind of reading lesson.